It's your boy Jones N Mann, and tonight we're jonesing on Amador Double Barrel. Alright, so this is Amador Double Barrel Whiskey, and I grabbed this. Shouts out to my folks out there in Madison, North Carolina, keeping me abreast of what's new and what's fresh. Now here's the other side to that. This bottle is one of those bottles that came from the vault, because I've had this. It says bottled in 2019. I don't believe I've had it that long. Maybe since 2020, and here we are rolling to 2024. I know that when I first picked this up, I don't think that there were other Amador releases. But since then, I know I've seen multiples of different releases, but I haven't grabbed any solely because I hadn't popped this one. So this is batch number 4, so we can look it up and figure out where it came from. This is coming in at 86.8 proof, so 43.4% alcohol. It is essentially a sourced whiskey. I think it's Kentucky sourced, and the group that's running this show here is a wine group. So they take that Kentucky source whiskey and then they finish it in wine barrels. So it says blended bourbon whiskey finished with Chardonnay wine barrels. So we know that it's a Chardonnay. It gives us a little tag with some recipes to try. When a bourbon whiskey leads with mixing, it kind of says, you need to mix this. Age 6 years is what's on the label. So let's give it a taste. We're going to crack this thing on open. But I've been going in the vault, baby. I've been trying to get rid of all the stuff that's been sitting around forever. Who's even checking for this now? Because it's been freaking so long since I grabbed the bottle. But let's twist this cap, cut that seal, and here's what I love to share with y'all. Oh, that was a little throaty, bassy. Boop. All right. Has a nice little pour on it. It looks thick. Thick. Oh, now what I smell is Kentucky. Maybe a little sweet caramel on there on the nose. Oh, now we're getting excited on the nose here. Let me go in for a taste. Wow. I've been doing reviews tonight, so I also tried a Canadian whiskey, 40 Creek, which was very, very sweet. And man, dang on it, if this, I don't get a lot of sweetness on it. A little bit of sweetness, and then it finishes weird. It says oak tannin. I say Band-Aid-ish. I don't like the way that thing finished though. It starts out, it's got a nice sweetness to it. Whew. But that end note is Band-Aid. Swirl that around a little bit. Let's try it. Let's go on the rocks. See how the on the rocks tapers down. On the rocks pours better. But something in the finish of that I don't like. Like I was at, and maybe like I don't really get a fruity note that I was expecting with a wine finish. But I also have started to say that maybe I don't like wine finishes that much. And that could be the Band-Aid note that I'm getting. You know, I don't remember what I paid for this, but I don't feel like it was cheap. I'm going to say it was definitely in the $60 range, but I'll put the price down below. Y'all, we already know that I don't have an idea what the price is. I don't know about this one. On the initial taste right there, if I was going to rate it right now, I got to say 2. Because one, the sweetness is cool, but that aftertaste is not. And I don't know if it's because I'm coming right back off of another review. I wish I had. Let me try some water. Switch that around with a little bit of water. Let's come back to it. And it gave it a couple minutes to kind of sit around and breathe. I think that helped it a little bit. I'm on the fence with this one, man. Has a dry finish. I guess that's the wine. I don't really get a ton of wine influence. I guess I'm trying to give it wine influence kind of deal. The dryness is what I would associate with a wine. Usually a sweet or tartness I would associate, but I don't really get that there. It smells great. It hits the palate, comes in nice, rich, sweet, and then I get that last little weird band-aidy note right on the end. I don't know, man. This isn't a favorite for me. I'm not gonna say it's a 1, but especially knowing that it wasn't inexpensive, I gotta say a 2. Gotta say a 2. I'm hoping that as she opens, she'll come around. I hope that it hasn't turned, because it has been. I don't imagine, because it's always worried. Sometimes when it's been like, if it's been since 2019, like, am I really getting the best expression of this? But it hasn't been popped, so I don't believe that would be an issue. But I'm not a big fan of it. It's too bold and rich to be influenced by time in the bottle, I should say. So I gotta give it a 2, man. I gotta give it a 2. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the TikTok. This may be one I revisit a little bit later on, but it's not a favorite for me right now. I'll see y'all next time. Drink 'em and drink 'em.